What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all absolutely fantastic, and today, as usual, we're gonna continue with Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. It's gonna be the sixth chapter of the fifth book, so let's get started. Political justice. Since it is possible to do injustice without thereby being unjust, what sort of injustice must someone do to be unjust by having one of the different types of injustice, by being a thief, or adulterer, or brigand, for instance? Perhaps it is not the type of action that makes the difference between merely doing injustice and being unjust, for someone might lie with a woman and know who she is, but the principle might be feelings rather than decision. In that case, he is not unjust, though he does injustice, not a thief, for instance, though he stole, not an adulterer, though he committed adultery, and so on the other cases, and so on in the other cases. Now we have previously described the relation of reciprocity to the just, but we must recognize that what we are inquiring into that what we are inquiring into is both the just without qualification, the politically just. The latter belongs to those who share in common life, aiming at self-sufficiency, who are free and either proportionally or numerically equal. Hence, those who lack these features have nothing politically just in their relations, though they have something just insofar as it is similar to the politically just. For the just belongs to those who have law in their relations. Law belongs to those among whom injustice is possible, for the judicial process is judgment that distinguishes the just from the unjust. Where there is injustice, there is also doing injustice, though where there is doing injustice, there need not to be injustice, and doing injustice is awarding to oneself too many of the things that are good without qualification, and too few of the things that are bad without qualification. That is why we allow only reason, not a human being, to be ruler. For a human being awards himself too many goods and becomes a tyrant, but a ruler is a guardian of the just and hence of the equal. If a ruler is just, he seems to profit nothing by it, for since he does not award himself more good without qualification, if it is not proportionate to him, he seems to labor for another's benefit. That is why justice is said, and we also remarked before, to be another person's good, and some payment for ruling should be given. This is honor and privilege. The people who are not satisfied with these rewards are the ones who become tyrants. The just for a master and a father is similar to these, not the same, for there is no unqualified injustice in relation to what is one's own possession, or one's child, until it is old enough and separated. It's as though it were a part of oneself. Now no one decides to harm himself, hence there is no injustice in relation to them, and so nothing politically unjust or just either, for we found that the politically just must accord with law, and belong to those who are naturally suited for law, and hence to those who have equally in ruling and be ruled. Approximation to this equality explains why relations with a wife more than with child or possessions allow something to count as just, for that is the just in households. Still, these two is different from the politically just. Right, guys, we're done with the whole chapter today, and we're gonna continue tomorrow as usual, the next one. Thank you for joining me today in this reading session, in this video. I hope you enjoyed the journey. See you tomorrow. Bye.